Belief in God is not essentially part of dhamma. Who created the world is a common question. That the world was created by a God, it is also a very common answer. In the Brahmanic scheme, this God is called by a variety of names, Prajapati, Ishwar, Brahma or Mahabrahma. To the question who this God is and how he came into being, there is no answer. Those who believe in God describe him as a being who is omnipotent, all-powerful, omnipresent. He fills the whole universe. He knows everything. There are also certain moral qualities which are attributed to God. God is said to be good, God is said to be just, and God is said to be all-knowing. The question is, did the blessed Lord accept God as the creator of the universe? The answer is no, he did not. There are various grounds why he rejected the doctrine of the existence of God. Nobody has seen God. People only speak of God. God is unknown and unseen. Nobody can prove that God has created the world. The world has evolved and is not created. What advantage can there be in believing in God? It is unprofitable. The Buddha said that a religion based on God is based on speculation. The Buddha did not have the question there. He discussed the question in various aspects. The ground on which he rejected the doctrine were various. He argued that the doctrine of the existence of God is not based on truth. This he made clear in his dialogue with two Brahmins, Vashit and Bharadwaj. Now a dispute arose between them as to what was the true path of salvation and which fails. About this time, the blessed one, journeying through Koshala with great company of the Pathan, he happened to halt at the Brahmin village called Manak and stayed in the mango grove on the bank of the river Kiravati. Manasakta was the town in which Vashit and Bharadwaj lived, having heard that the blessed Lord was staying there all along. They went to him and each put forth his point of view. Bharadwaj said, "The path of Darukha is the straight path. This is the direct way which makes for salvation and leads him who acts according to it into a state of union of Brahma." Vasita said, "Various Brahmin of Gautama teach various paths. The Adhya Brahmins, the Taittiriya Brahmins, the Kanchoga Brahmins, and the Vyarajya Brahmins, they all lead to this, who act according to them into a state of union with Brahma. Just as near a village or a town there are many and various paths, yet they all meet together in the village. Just in the same way, all the various paths taught by the various Brahmins lead to union with Brahma. Do you say that they all lead right, Vasita?" asked the Buddha. "I say no, Gautama," replied Vasit. "But Vasit, is there a single one of the Brahmins versed in the three Vedas who have ever seen Brahma face to face?" "No, indeed, Gautama." "Is there a single one of the teacher of the Brahmins versed in three Vedas who has seen Brahma face to face?" "No, indeed, Gautama." "Nobody has seen Brahma. There is no knowledge about Brahma. So it is said, Vasita. How then can you believe that the assertion of the Brahmins that Brahma exists based on truth? Just was said, as when a string of blind men are clinging one to other, neither can the foremost see, nor can the middle one see, nor can the hindmost see. Just even so, methinks, Vasita, is the talk of the Brahmin nothing but blind talk. The first see not, the middle one see not, nor can the least one. The talk of the Brahmins turns out to be ridiculous mere work, a vain and empty thing. Is this not a case, was it, of a man falling in love with a woman whom he has not seen, Yes, it's polite, Vasita. Now what do you think, Vasit? If people should ask you, well, good friend, this most beautiful woman in the land, whom you let us love and long for, who is she? Is she a noble lady, or a Brahmin woman, or of the trade class? With regard to the origin of Mahabrahma, the so-called creator, the blessed Lord Buddha said, addressing Bharadwaja and Vasita, friends, that being who was firstborn thinks thus, I am Brahma, the great Brahma, Vankeshwadar and unvanquished, all things, the disposer, the Lord, the maker, the creator, the chief, the assigner, the master of myself, the father of all that are and are to be, by me, are thus being created. This means that Brahman is the father of thus that are and are not be. You say, this means that Brahma is the father of thus that are and are to be. You said that the worshipful Brahma, the father of all that are and are to be, he by whom we were created, is a permanent, constant, eternal, unchanging, and he will remain so far ever and ever. Then why are we who are created by that Brahma have come either all impermanent, transist, unstable, short-lived, destined to pass away? To this Vasita had no answer. His third argument, that reference to the omnipotence of God. If God is omnipotent and is also the efficient cause of creation, then because of this man cannot have any desire to do anything, nor can there be any necessity to do anything, nor can he have the will to do anything or to put forth any thought. Man must remain a passive creature with no part to play in the affair of the world. If this is so, why did Brahma create man at all? To this also Vasita had no answer. His fourth argument was that if God is good, then why do men become murderers, thieves, unchaste, liars, ladders, abusive babblers, courteous, malicious, and perverse? The cause of this must be Ishvara. Is this possible with this existence of God who is good? His fifth argument was related to God being omniscient, just, and merciful. If there is a supreme creator who is just and merciful, why then does so much injustice prevail in the world? Ask it the blessed Lord. He who has eyes can see the sickening sight. Why does not Brahma see his creature right? If his power is so wide that no limits can restrain, why his hand so rarely speed to bless? Why is gracious or condemned to suffering? Why does he not give happiness to all? Why do frauds, lies, and ignorance prevail? Why does flesh shoot triumph over truth? Why does truth and unjust justice fail? I counter Brahma as one of the most unjust who made a world only to shelter wrong. If there exists some Lord all-powerful to fulfill in every creature, place or word and action, good or ill, then that Lord is tainted with sin. Either man does not work his will war, God is not just and good, or God is blind. His next argument against the doctrine of God was the discussion of this question about the existence of God was unprofitable. According to him, the creator of religion were not in the relation of a man to God, it lay in the relation between man and man. The purpose of religion is to teach man how he should behave towards other man so that all may be happy. There was also another reason why the Lord Buddha was against belief in the existence of God. He was against religious rites, ceremonies and observance. He was against them because they were the home superstition, and superstition was the enemy of samadhi, the most important element in his Ashtanga Marga, Eighth Noble Truth. To the Lord Buddha, belief in God was the most dangerous things, for belief in God gave rise to belief in the efficacy of worship and prayer, and the efficacy of worship and prayer gave rise to the office of the priest, and the priest was the evil genius who created all superstitions and thereby destroyed by the growth of samadhi. Of these arguments against belief in the existence of God, some were practical but the majority of them theological. The blessed Lord Buddha knew that they were not fatal to the belief in the existence of God. It must not be, however, be supposed that he had no argument which was fatal. There is one which he advanced, which is beyond doubt fatal to belief in God. This is contained in his doctrine of Pali Samupad, which is described as the doctrine of dependent origination, Pratitya Samutpada. According to this doctrine, the question whether God exists or does not exist is not the main question, nor is the question whether God created the universe the real question. The real question is, how did the Creator create the world? The justification for the belief in God is a conclusion which follows from our answer to the question, how was the world created? The important question is, did God create something out of nothing, or did He create something out of something? It is impossible to believe that something could have been created out of nothing. The so-called God has created something out of something, and then something out of which something new was created has been existence before He created anything. God cannot therefore be called the creator of that something which has existed before Him. If something has been created by somebody out of something before God created anything, then God cannot be said to be the creator of the first cause. Such was his last but incontrovertible argument against the belief in the existence of God. Bhim fails in premise belief in God as the creator of the universe is not dhamma. It is only belief in falsehood. Dhamma based on the union with Brahma is a false dhamma. In this video, we have learned what did Buddha say on God and saw. God and saw. There is no God and there is no saw, said by Lord Buddha. If you like our videos, don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. Thank you. Namo, Buddhay, Bhim.